Hey guys, what's up? It's Max Holland here, and I'm back with another movie review. This is my review on the movie Max Keeble's Big Move. So Max Keeble's Big Move is an over-the-top family comedy from 2001, directed by Tim Hill and produced by Walt Disney Pictures. So this movie was initially torn apart by the critics when it first premiered, and it was a box office bomb. However, it found a new life on home video and TV airings, particularly Disney Channel. I think Disney Channel is where this movie really found its audience, and since then it's gained something of a cult following. I actually saw this movie in the theater when it first came out. I was 8 years old at the time, and I would say I liked it, but it wasn't really a movie I asked to watch again, and I kind of forgot it existed afterwards. That is until it started airing on Disney Channel. I recently rewatched this movie as an adult, and I would say this is kind of a mixed bag for me. Like, on one hand, I enjoyed watching it, but on the other hand, I wasn't too impressed with the storyline. It seemed a bit absurd and ridiculous, and also a bit all over the place, so it's kind of a mess. So just to give you a gist, we got our protagonist, Max Keeble, played by Alex D. Linz. He's like a part-time paperboy who's just now starting junior high school with his two quirky best friends, Robe and Megan. Robe, played by Josh Peck, wears like a bathrobe to school, and he kind of has like disgusting habits, as we've shown. He kind of eats trash and he drinks out of contaminated soda cans. There's Megan, who's like bandmates and besties with Max, and we learn that she has actual feelings for him. So Max and his friends kind of like face bully problems at school. So part of the plot is centered around Max exacting revenge on the bullies that pick on him and his friends. There's kind of the thing where Max learns that he and his family are moving to Chicago, and that's when he makes his quote-unquote big move to execute this revenge plan of his, while also causing all kinds of chaos. Yeah, it's about as absurd as it sounds. So there's our two school bullies. There's Troy, who's like a typical throw you in the trash and give you a swirly type of bully, but he also kind of has an actual connection with our protagonist. There's Dobbs, played by Orlando Brown. He's like a take your lunch money type of bully. We learn that he is a former stock market whiz kid who's bent on trying to gain back the money that he lost. So he pulls this investment scam on the kids at school to get a hold of their lunch money. There's Jenna, the popular tall blonde girl who Max has his eyes set on throughout the movie. She's often kind of seen like strutting in slow motion to a cheesy teen pop song, the Baby One More Time by Britney Spears. It's cheesy and cringe, but it's catchy. She's shown to be pretty mean towards Max's friends, particularly Megan, so there's kind of like a love triangle there. We also learned that Jenna is quite shallow, and she's been kind of taking advantage of Max from the start. There's then the evil ice cream man, who is initially presented as Max's arch nemesis. So kind of his deal is Max got like a snow cone from him that had like a bug on it, and then his mom like called the health department, and they shut the ice cream man's business down. And so since then he's had a beef with our protagonist. Yet somehow his business is still running. So then finally we have our actual main antagonist, Principal Jendrake, played by Larry Miller. And he's pretty entertaining and funny, like on screen. I think Larry Miller stole the show in this role. But we learn he's actually very greedy and money hungry and narcissistic. And he's overall not a very nice person. His deal is he wants nothing more than to impress his friend, Mr. Nebworth, the school superintendent, who happens to be like a former football star who went by the nickname of Crazy Legs. So to impress Mr. Nebworth, Jendrake comes out with this like football program. And we learned that he's funding much of the school's budget, using much of the school's budget to fund this program. And he also plans to demolish the nearby animal shelter that Max is doing volunteer work at to make way for a new football stadium. So another part of the plot is centered on Max and his friends setting out to stop Principal Jendrake and save the school and save the nearby animal shelter. So Yeah, this movie is entertaining and funny, but it's also kind of stupid and ridiculous. And yeah, I think it had a few like cool ideas, but it wasn't really sure what to do with them. I won't go into too much detail in this video, but I feel like they could have done a little more with the evil ice cream man character. Like he's first kind of presented as like a sort of a sadistic villain with glowing eyes, and he like assaults people with projectile ice cream because he enjoys doing so. But that turns out to be really just a dream, and he's mostly just a jerk. And plus, he's kind of pushed to the side in favor of like the actual main antagonist, Principal Gingereg. Yeah. There's also kind of like a sort of a martial arts gag with dubbing that would have been clever, but they don't really do anything with it. I mean, it kind of has a payoff later on, but it feels a bit rather flat. And for the record, I think Wayne's World 2 did that better. So, I'd say overall, I think it's an okay movie. Like, I don't think it's really that bad, but I wouldn't say it's particularly good either. I felt like the plot was kind of messy, and I felt like the script could have been better, you know? But I can see some kids growing up with the movie and developing a soft spot for it as adults. I can see this being someone's comfort movie. So yeah, that's, from a critical standpoint, I would say this movie's average. I think it's an okay way to waste an hour and a half. So I give Max Keeble's Big Move a solid 6 out of 10, which is being kind of generous. So have you seen Max Keeble's Big Move? What did you think? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Did you think it was okay? Would you consider it a classic, or would you say it's not worth it? Let's discuss in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video and want to see more content, hit that subscribe button and get maxed out. So until then, this is Max Solin signing out. Goodbye!